Okay, what we have here is my very first unboxing of BOBOS from my first subscription. I've watched a lot of other unboxing videos and simply got hooked on the idea of BOBOS and decided to go ahead and jump in with both feet and get a subscription and see how it played out. I've seen some amazing things get pulled out of all the other boxes for people that have posted videos, and I'm very excited to give this a whirl. I've had Loot Crate and other things before. For what I've seen in these unboxing videos, this seems like an entirely different animal and much more attuned to what people really would like to get in their subscription boxes. So I'm very eager to go ahead and see what's in here. Picked a lot of different stuff for my first box. If my box turns out to be even remotely close to the ones I've seen so far, very likely I'll probably re-up for another subscription. I just got the 1 month just to kind of see what it's like, and I guess we'll go from there. I've already broken the seal with my trusty pair of scissors here sitting in my ceramic R2D2 mug. So I'm going to go ahead and just hop right in here and go ahead and see what we got. And there is a note here on behalf of Team Bobo. We thank you for your order. We hope that you enjoyed this big old box of stuff that was personally built just for you based on the information received from your Bobos questionnaire. And let me tell you, I put a lot in that questionnaire. Since Bobos does not believe in automatically recharging your credit card month after month, which, by the way, is an awesome thing, this completes your order and you will not receive another Bobos unless you subscribe again, which, if you're pleased with our product, we truly hope that you will do so. We enjoy reading what our customers like in their questionnaires, and Bobo enjoys filling those boxes. So by all means, please consider resubscribing, spread the word about Bobos, and keep Bobo busy. Thank you again, and enjoy Team Bobos. I will say this. One of the biggest things about this product is that it's actually very personalized on how they handle everything, from the questionnaire to the packing of the boxes, just the little things that they notice and remember from their users that post videos and things of that nature. These guys are very attuned to their customer base, and it's really refreshing to see that compared to a lot of the other subscription companies out there, and just a lot of companies in general that really just don't get that. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump right in. Obviously, there's some paper here to go ahead and pack it all up with, which is awesome because it's Christmas time, and this will definitely get repurposed. So it's going to be packing some stuff up to go out to other people, which would be awesome. So thanks, Bobos, for that. Save me hassle getting some packing for other packages. So that being said, let's go ahead and toss this back here and out of the way. So looks like we got some pretty cool stuff in here. I'm not going to go ahead and do the random thing like a lot of other people do because I just would rather go and see what's in there and kind of run with it. So first thing up, looks like an action figure. It looks like it's a G.I. Joe figure, actually, from G.I. Joe Retaliation. This actually was a pretty good movie, far superior to the original, that's for sure. Let me go ahead. I'm still getting used to using this webcam, so hopefully I'm not getting too much glare here. But it looks like this is one of the Data Viper figures, which is pretty cool looking. The G.I. Joe figures have been a mainstay in toys since pretty much the dawn of time. This is actually a pretty cool figure. Always been fascinated with the Cobra figures. This is definitely no exception to that. A pretty cool start to the box overall, though. So good job, Bobos, on that. I'm going to set this over to the side here. Like I said, G.I. Joe was one of the things that ended up on my list. Transformers, Marvel, a lot of other things along the road with that. Let's go ahead and go in here, and looks like we got a magnet, which are always pretty cool. This one is a Zatanna magnet, it looks like, from the DC Bombshells line, which is a pretty cool line DC's doing right now. It's got a lot of fan interest. It's definitely a new take on the Vixens of the DC universe, as it were. They kind of give them a whole nother kind of a reimagining under the Bombshells brand. This one's pretty awesome. I've always been a fan of characters that are magical. Zatanna, Magic, Doctor Strange, things like that. So this is really cool to see this. The Bombshell line, like I said, is pretty cool. So pretty geek to see this. Nice job on this one. We're going to set this over here. And let's go ahead and go in a little bit further. We got some candy, which is always a cool thing. Captain America sucker, awesome. Let's see what else we got in here. We got a button, it looks like. And following DC, the DC Women of DC is one of the things I did pick. This is a Harley Quinn button, which is pretty cool. Has a New 52 Harley Quinn on it. These are always nifty to kind of have. I could throw them on a convention bag, or sometimes I've ran into people at conventions that literally want to swap pins. So this is a cool thing to kind of have just in case, because let's face it, pretty much everybody loves Harley Quinn these days. So that's pretty cool too. Let's go ahead and dig a little deeper into the box. And Starburst, which is awesome because Starbursts are just awesome in general. So cool. Let's go ahead and take a quick look here. And we got, looks like a figure. This is actually pretty cool too. This looks like the Wolfsbane figure from Marvel's Pewter figure line that they were doing. These have been running for a little while now. They've done these for all sorts of different characters. Not just X-Men related characters, but everybody from the Spider-Man family of characters right to the Avengers. I'm going to go ahead and pull her out of here real quick if I can get her out of here without breaking everything here. Let's see here. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and leave her in here for now. Let's go ahead and do a little close-up of that figure so you can kind of see here. Wow, I really suck with this camera. I got to get better for video too. So as you can see, it's a really cool figure. A lot of figures in this line. I'm real geeked to see that the first one they sent me is an X-Men related character, because X-Men's definitely my thing. You can't send me enough X-Men stuff, guys. Seriously, straight up. Especially around the New Mutants characters, which Wolfsbane is. She was one of the classic original New Mutants characters, which, by the way, there's a movie coming up, and it's going to be pretty awesome. But she went on to become part of the X Factor lineup, which is another X-related title. So, again, this is really cool. I'm really geeked to see one of these because I've been looking forward to starting to collect these. So, yeah, by all means, ship any of these you want to my way, because the more X-Men and more mutants and stuff like that, the better. So, good deal on that. Again, just the other thing, too, to go back to this for a second, these figures alone usually rank $15 a pop, conservatively. So, just from a value standpoint, these are really cool by BOBOS to put in, because, again, these aren't cheap. So it's nice to see there's definitely some value to the BOBOS products as far as what they send you every month. And I've seen this in other boxes as well. It's really, really cool. I don't know how they pulled this off, but it's great stuff all the way around. So that being said, let's go ahead and go a little further into the box. And I caught this out of the corner of my eye when I was pulling the Wolfsbane out, and I was super geeked on this one, because this figure is Windblade. And Transformers, like I said, is one of those things that I put on my list. Sorry about the glare there, guys. I'm working on that. Windblade is a very unique character to Transformer mythology, because she is the first fan-created Hasbro and IDW-sponsored character ever. A while back, Hasbro and IDW had collaborated and decided to give the fans something special. And they gave them the opportunity to go ahead and create their own action figure and their own character that would be integrated into the Hasbro Transformer mythology, and that IDW would integrate into its comic line as a main player in the stories. Windblade is the end result of that. She is a female character, which obviously is one of the big trends in comics these days. But she's also very unique, too. She plays a key role in the current Combiner Wars storyline that IDW is doing right now. But IDW has been doing some great things with the Transformers lately, and really expanding out the mythology to go ahead and make it far spanning than what it used to be. The cool part about this figure, too, is it comes with a comic, which is starting to become more of the norm for what they're doing with the Transformer line with Hasbro, is they've realized there's definitely a synergy there to be had between having the comics and the toys together. Ends up drawing you a little bit in the both as a fan, especially if you're trying to hook the younger audience. So it's a really cool product concept the way they're doing this. They're doing it with Star Wars too. They've done it for Star Wars a little bit longer. BOBOS, nice job on this one. This is an awesome figure. Again, this figure is like a $15 figure. And I think it might be a little bit more than that in certain stores. Great quality figure, really cool. Looking forward to adding this one into the collection. I'm going to keep this one actually in the package because it just looks awesome the way it does already. So, BOBOS, nice job on that. Again, this box has been pretty cool so far. Really excited how the first box has turned out. I'm already pretty well convinced that I will go ahead and definitely re-up, probably immediately, and probably expand out to a 3 or 6 month subscription. Probably going to end up being a 6 month, I can see. Let's go ahead and go a little further into the box. And this is really, really, really cool. Again, G.I. Joe was one of the things I put down. BOBOS loves to put comics in their boxes, which is awesome because I'm an old school comic fan from way back in the day. As you can see here, G.I. Joe 31 and 32 are pretty far back down the road. Here's a little bit of ironic history. G.I. Joe 32 is the very first G.I. Joe comic I ever bought, which is pretty cool. Obviously, I'm guessing it wasn't intentional unless you guys are psychic, and that has yet to be proven, I suppose. Although seeing some of the boxes, you got to kind of wonder, I guess. But this brings out the kid in me all over again, seeing these two issues. 32 was an awesome issue. I immediately hopped into G.I. Joe and Transformers when I got these issues. Marvel, back in the 80s heyday, had some great stuff they were putting out. G.I. Joe, in its prime, from the run from like 15 all the way up to about issue 60, you couldn't get much better than that. The G.I. Joe run back then was awesome. They were doing some amazing things with the characters. The writing staff was on point, and this was really in the prime of the run. So this is really cool. I'm going to love digging into these and kind of reading them again. I don't have the trades for the old school stuff yet, so being able to go back in and crack some of these open and take a look is really, really cool. And, you know, another thing, too, is these are in really phenomenal shape. I will give them this, and I'm a guy who does grade some comics, so I'm pretty apt on keeping an eye out on what things look like and how they grade and what the type of condition the issues are in. These issues are in really, really exceptional shape, especially for being sitting in the bottom of a box with a bunch of toys piled on top of it. So this is cool. Again, nice job, BOBOS. This is really, really cool for me. This is, believe it or not, the G.I. Joe issues are definitely one of my favorite items out of the whole box. These are nifty. It's always cool to see some of the old school stuff. So we're going to set these aside for a quick minute, and we're going to delve a little deeper in. And it looks like this might be the last item here. And true to form, I've seen this in other boxes. BOBOS, when it gives you one of the Marvel figures, always make sure that they have the accompanying magazine to that. And these were done by a company, I believe, in the UK. I'm trying to remember what the name of the company is. And I apologize for not knowing that. Usually I would know something like that. But these books are really awesome because they do some amazing fan service in these books. And if you have a favorite character, like in my case, my favorite characters are Magic and Colossus and Firestar and X-23, stuff like that, and the New Mutants in general. These books do some amazing things because they go through the entire history of the character itself. So you can see, you know, the beginnings of Wolfsbane, and it goes through, and I apologize for the camera here because I'm really sucking with the camera today. They go through the history of the character, and they show some great moments and great scenes from the character. In addition to that, let me pull it up here. They show some of the classic moments and classic issues. She had some really big moments in X Factor under the scribe of Peter David, who is an absolutely amazing writer. And if you ever get a chance, definitely check out his run on X Factor. It's definitely something to behold. It goes through, again, a lot of the history of the character. And at the end of the day, it's just a great little bit of fan service that they put out. And it really does a nice job of complementing the figure itself. And these are highly collectible. And like I said, if you're a big fan of a particular character, you can't beat these. These are basically the Bibles on these characters in all the best ways. So that being said, it looks like everything in the box. BOBOS, I got to say, you guys rocked it. No joke. You guys, you know, I've seen other videos, and, you know, it's been pretty amazing. What I've seen so far. I've seen a lot of variety and a lot of boxes. There's a couple of videos that really kind of got me hooked on this. Xeno Queen's video was one of them. And there's a few others out there that are BOBOS users that really got me hooked on these. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen when I re-up, which is going to happen probably later today. Very, very excited about this. Like I said, nicely done with all these. You guys hit the mark on pretty much everything. And I guess that's it for this video. Those of you out there that haven't subscribed yet, give it a whirl. You're going to love it. I really do believe that this is something that's going to really set the bar as far as subscription boxes and being more of a personalized service. If you're on the fence, I'll tell you, when you think about the cost analysis of this, they're paying $10 to ship this box to you. So if you take 10 off the mark of $35, you're looking at $25. You're really paying for the merchandise. And I can tell you right now that just the wind blade and just the Wolfsbane figure blow that right out of the water immediately. So you're definitely getting bang for the buck, between the G.I. Joe figure, the comics, the candy's pretty awesome. It's a nice little put in. The magnet, it's a really cool box overall, and the variety, like I said, they're really good about personalizing this to the things you like. There's no fluff. There's no, oh, I got this, that's kind of nice, and then toss it to the side. Everything in here is always related to the things that you like. So, like I said, if you're on the fence, jump in with both feet. Don't look back, and have some fun with this. Even if you just do it for 1 month at first, like I just did, I'm going to re-up probably for 6 months here. I'm just going to go run and go full tilt with this because I think they got better things to come on top of this. I think they're getting better and better with every box, every month. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do in the future with this. So that's the end of the video. This is my first video on my channel, so hopefully you can forgive the horrible camera work here. Like I said, it's the first time I've actually ever done this. So I'll definitely post more videos up as I get more of these in. And I might even put some more videos up of stuff in my comic collection and toys and stuff like that down the road once I get that situated. But thanks for watching. Hope that if you're a BOBOS subscriber already, you get an awesome box like always. If you're not a BOBOS subscriber, what in the world are you waiting for? Get out there, fill out the questionnaire, make it happen. It'll be the best $35 you spent in quite a while, guaranteed. So for those of you out there, it's Black Friday right now. Stay safe. Watch the shoppers. Have a great holiday, and we'll see you next time around.